Hello, the internet. Welcome back to the Waifus. I am Sefhi, and we finally have the kit for Zwei and what's going on with her, if it's gonna be worth pulling or not. So let's start first by watching her preview. All right, so we can appreciate the assets. I am honestly not super interested in her from what we've seen on the preview. Also, something I don't understand, and we'll talk about this with the kit. It's her weapons, her shotguns. It's shooting both of them at the same time, or is it only one? Because if it's only one, her kit is kind of meh. If she's shooting both of them, it changes a little bit. Because she has a couple of skills that affect, first of all, depending how many, based on how many times she shoots. And then the other, it's also because her base damage is the lowest of any shotgun on the game. Unless Shift Up did an oopsie, as they usually do. And there is an error in translation here, which could be. But it's kind of weird, so we'll see how that works. Her burst animation, I'm not super interested. I already saw it, and I was like, I don't know. Doesn't feel like it's worth going for the MLB. We'll try to get one copy if we get lucky good. Because see, that one, if it's this one, the animation, that's a great animation. But she also has a second part, which is that part right here. So if it's this part, I'm not so interested. If it's this one, however, right, I think we all can appreciate those fights, right? That's it. That's it. Enough being horny. Let's keep going. Her burst basically is a big shoot, change weapon time a la Snow White, right? She changes her shotgun to God knows what. It's still pretty cool, pretty cool. So that is her kit, right? Sorry, that is her animations. Let's talk a little bit about her kit and what's going on, and if it's gonna be worth pulling or not, depending on your situation. As usual, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to help me grow the channel. Let's jump directly into this. We have a supporter B1 shotgun electric. That's the first problem that we are seeing. It's a B1. When we talk about B1s, if you don't have cooldown reduction, it's already a character that's niche. Automatically, if you don't have cooldown reduction on your B1, it's already a niche character, unless we're talking about something like Bunny Alice, which clearly works because she re-enters Pepper's 1, or Toph because she worked with the shotgun team phenomenally, right? The rest of the characters, most of the time, you will not see them as a standalone B1s on almost any situation. So that's already a big problem, because if it was a B2, this would be perfect to actually be paired in with the killer Y for the pierce damage, and you'll see on a second why. But we'll see. Weapon shotgun code electric. Now, this is the thing that I was telling you about. So as you can see, she deals 100% of attack as damage, 9 ammo capacity, 150 reload time. If we talk about shotguns, she is the lowest modified shotgun in the game in terms of base damage. 200, 200, 200. Like, I am pretty sure 182 that either she has both shotguns, where she's using both of them at the same time, or this is a mistake on the translation, because it makes no sense, because the minimum we go to is 201.5, which would be, which would be pretty good if she's using two shotguns in here, but we'll see. It's kind of weird. I don't know what Shift Up is doing with this. I'm assuming it's two shotguns. Again, we shall see. She's a supporter anyway, so I was not expecting any credible damage. Still kind of weird. Now let's go into her kit, starting with the skill number 1, Pierce Equation passive. Activates when entering Feral Burst, affect all allies, increasing pierce damage by 20% for only one shot, and pierce damage by 10% for 10 seconds. Now, a lot of people will instantly think of the Snow White, of the Snow White teams, which, by the way, my Snow White is not even on the synchro. I know, a lot of people will get mad. I don't care. I don't like Snow White, and so I don't build her, alright? I'm not a meta player by any means. So, a lot of people will think on Snow White teams, and this could be a niche scenario for her, but once again, that still makes her niche. Just because you work on one-shot teams, which is Snow White right now only, doesn't mean it's a mass pull, at least for most people. It's a 10% for 10 seconds, so this is the full burst duration, pretty good, and then only one shot, but still a 20% increase. I'm assuming this pierce damage 20% for one shot, it's only for characters that already have pierce damage, and not for everyone. If it's for everyone, perfect. If it's only for those who already have pierce, we're talking mostly about the sniper rifles. So it's Alice, Harran, Snow White, Red Hood, Maxwell. Interestingly enough, with Pierce, there's only Neve, also Neve, not only, also Neve with a shotgun on her birth, I believe. Yes, this Pierce for 2 rounds. It's stupid, it's never gonna be a good case scenario, but I always find it funny. So Pierce damage is still something niche, since there is not a lot of options, but the options we have are really, really strong, are meta characters, all of them. So this could be pretty good. Let's go into her skill number 2, Frame Analysis, another passive that activates after landing 5 normal attacks, affecting all allies. And this is what I was saying earlier. If she's shooting 2 shots every time, right? 2 shots every single time. So is she doing 3 attacks and we have this recovery? Or is she actually just shooting once? Do we have the count of ammo when she's shooting here? That will be, oh, we don't have the count of ammo. That kind of sucks. Let me see. We cannot properly see, but she was shooting at least 6 times in there, so I'm assuming she's only shooting once. We'll see. It's kind of weird doing only 100 damage, having 2 shotguns, and then having this requirement. 5 normal attacks, all allies recovering 7% of cover's HP is still really good. I remember that Litter's repair cover right now is at the 52%, but it's only on a 15-second cooldown instead of being every 5 normal attacks, and this is only to 2 ally units. This is for everyone. So this is a pretty good skill, and then we have activating when entering full burst, also for all allies. Critical rate increased by 18% for 5 seconds. Pretty good. Once again, this is going to be a character that you use on your one-shot team for Snow White. Outside of that, for 99% of people, it's not worth putting because we're talking about the B1 without CDR that finds almost no place on your teams, right? We could say, for example, in the solo raid, we could put her on the team 5 since a lot of people are using Red Hood on team 5 with like the leftovers. But we'll see, maybe she surprises us when we start testing in a couple days. And then lastly, we have her burst skill, Overcharge Formula. Cooldown time 20 seconds, thank God. As we already saw, it's a one-shot, just like Emilia, just like Maxwell, just like Snow White. She charges, deals 300% of damage, which still, considering her base damage it's already not that good, and then it's a 50% of final attack. Like, I don't know, it feels like even with the pierce damage, her damage overall is trash. Like, this weapon transformation, to me, it makes no sense. It doesn't look like it's going to be that powerful. You want to use it for the critical rate and the pierce damage for your other characters that can actually one-shot. Also, for the recovery of the cover's HP, this might actually be pretty useful for solo raids if you're lacking healers, because a lot of times you don't want to be running healers, and this can save you while actually buffing you as well, all that pierce damage. And she's also giving for all allies pierce damage for 15% for 10 seconds. So she's giving a 26% of pierce damage on burst to all allies for the whole duration, on skill 1 and on burst. That is pretty good. She's always going to be bursting most of the time since she's a B2 20 seconds. Sorry. Since it's a B1 20 seconds, no reason to be bursting with someone else. I think even if our kit is niche, we can still find some usage for her. In my case, it's not gonna be a Snow White, that is for sure. We will try pulling her. I am not super interested. I already said this, but every time I see a B1 and there is no cooldown reduction, it's really hard for me to be like, oh, let's recommend this to people. Now, most of the time, you're not gonna be using that. Outside of raids, you will not see that character. That's the truth. Now, Sefhi, what about PvP? I don't do PvP. Don't ask me about PvP. I don't care about PvP, alright? So for PvE, should you pull? Most likely no. Most likely I'm gonna tell people wait until the test is over, but for most people this is an easy skip unless you want to have another unit for your one-shot teams for a Snow White. That's it literally, alright? Outside of that, just wait, see what the results are for the day 1 of testing. Everyone will be posting their videos, and then we shall see from there. That said, that's gonna be it for this one. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the kit for Zwei, what's going on with her, and if it's worth pulling or not. We shall wait to see if this is the burst. If this is the burst, you know, I'm actually kind of interested, and we'll see how our pulls go. I have 3 multis right here, and I think 6 singles right now, or 5 singles. Yeah, 3 singles. So 3 multis. We'll probably buy 2 more multis, whatever, the $20 pack, and hopefully we can just get her and not have to open Wallet Kun anymore. That's it. That's gonna be it for this one. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. Love you all, bossos. Have a good day. Good luck with your pool. I'll see you on the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。